So this is going to be a little story for you about something that wasn't created instead of something that was. Here we go. Okay, so if you told me at breakfast that I was going to have a conversation today with Messrs. Gimpo, Corti, Drummond and Della, I would never have believed you in a trillion years. And our chapter starts out with, "This is not how I envisaged it, not in a trillion years." So, it involves another little incident that happened outside here, involving a police car, a fake police car, that got painted white. And I'm sure the owner's here, but he was very, very upset. And I met Gimpo out there, and he said to me, "But why is he upset? He owns a Drummond Corti collaboration." He drove off to get the car cleaned, and I thought, well, let's rebalance the universe by, I don't know if you've seen, there's a video out on Twitter and Facebook and wherever, and he's clearly very, very upset. I thought, well, let's rebalance the universe by having Bill and Jimmy paint my car, and me be happy about it. So that became our mission. And so we retired to the Dead Perch Lounge to have some coffee and think about it. And Jimmy turned up, and so I put the proposition to him, and he asked me whether it was a police car, and I said no. He said, "No." So I wasn't going to be put off. About 5 minutes later, it occurred to me that I'd make a little sign that said police and put it in the front window. And ask again, so which I did, and he still said no. I said, well, what's the difference? It's just as much of a fake police car as the one that you painted. Anyway, so I decided to consult an expert, and Jeremy Della walked in at this point, looking at the merchandise. I thought, I'm going to get a bona fide artist to comment on this and see what happens. And he said something to me about intentionality, which I really didn't understand. And he also said to me, well, how are you going to get rid of this artifact? Because, you know, it's kind of tricky to sell these things, apparently. So he suggested shipping it to Japan, I think, finding some crazy rich Japanese person to sell it to, which started to sound a little less appealing somehow. And then I put the proposition to Bill, and he said, let me think about it, which wasn't a no. At this point, I was starting to get a bit anxious, thinking, what the hell have I done? You know, a car covered in white paint. Or maybe. So I saw him later again, and he still didn't say no. So I'm slightly nervous here, talking to you, because I'm quite pleased that it was a failure. If my mission is successful, I end up with a car covered in white paint. If I fail, my partner will be happy. So, I can't top that. That's the. I'll leave the last word to the man who got his car painted.
What did he say?
Yeah, come here and say it.
Sorry. I just said no thank you for painting the car.
So that's what they call being really pissed off?
Yeah.
That's the end of the story. Fantastic.